Broadcasting live from Vegas, Sector 9. This is Trevor Green bringing you another episode of All Systems Go, Console Pure's very own shooter extravaganza. Get ready to fire up those turbo duos or those CD attachments on the PC engine, because this week we're going to be taking a look at Psychic Storm, released in 1992 by Telenet and Alpha Systems, for the Super CD-ROM 2 system. Immediately, we're treated to those beautiful PC engine cutscenes. I believe the PC engine probably brought cutscenes to mainstream gaming. Those early 90s CD-ROM games, and even some of the Hue cards, cutscenes are beautiful. Psychic Storm, I covered in an article I think back in August. As I said then, I'll say it now. If you want to call a game a hidden gem, Psychic Storm fits that bill perfectly. You don't see a lot of coverage on this game at all, and I don't know why. It is a beautiful vertical shooter. It's pretty cheap on eBay if you want to pick up a copy, which I suggest you do if you're a shooter fan. Immediately. Don't even stop watching this video, just open your phone up and go to eBay and grab a copy. The game has 4 different pilots, each commanding a different ship. I think there's some kind of mutant, and they create a metallic ship around them, and they also can transform into giant creatures. This game is a shooter meets Godzilla. How awesome is that? As I said, 4 different pilots. Alex and Nastasia are the only 2 pilots you want to select from in this game. And I'm going to show you why as we play. The other 2 pilots are extremely weak, very limited weapons, and they will get you destroyed in this game. Using Alex or the chick Natasha, whatever her name is, it don't really matter. The game's playable. It's pretty easy with those 2 pilots, but it's almost unplayable with the other 2 pilots. The game has 2-player co-op. You know, it's got everything right. It's got the mixture right, the sound, the looks. This game's got it all. Probably my favorite shooter on the PC engine. And that's a whole lot of shooters to choose from. Now, as you can see at the bottom, there's a red bar and a blue bar. The red bar is your health. Yes, a 1992 vertical shooter with health, and not only does it have health, but you can replenish the health via pickups in the level. I don't know of any other game of this time period that had that. The red and blue capsule was the health capsule. The blue spinning capsules power your main weapon up. Each pilot has a different main weapon, as I was saying, and a different bomb style. The blue bar on the bottom is your bomb meter. My bad, I think I said it was the power meter. It's actually your bomb meter. Once you use a bomb like there, it diminishes and you have to wait until the bar fills back up so you can fire off another bomb. There's a lot of enemies in here that's bullet sponges for sure, and they will toss lots of popcorn enemies at you at the same time. Now each level split up into 2 halves. The first half is an aerial combat. The second half, get ready to take on ground targets. And at the end of the second half, get ready to take on a giant monster. I don't know much about the storyline. It's all in Japanese. I can only guess. That giant creatures attacked Tokyo, and they called Godzilla, but he had no more minutes on his cell phone. So they brought in these psychically enhanced pilots who also turn into giant creatures. Who needs Godzilla? A fighter jet that turns into a giant moth? Yes, we'll see that. Too bad Mothra didn't do that. Probably my favorite Godzilla monster. As you can see, there's parts of the game that they really throw some bullets at you. This game was ambitious for a 1992 release. I mean, this is almost 32-bit gameplay, and what I mean by that is we see games like this in the later parts of the 16-bit, but a lot of the 32-bit generation had a lot of similar games as this. It's amazing to me this was a 1992 release. The animation level on the enemy ships and ground targets, the amount of enemies on screen at one time, the parallax scrolling, the artwork in the background, the music, CD music, cutscenes. I mean, this game is very well done. Extremely well done. Now, I think the PC Engine or TurboGrafx 16 was one of the first systems where you could really play at home. I'm not counting the Neo Geo, but where you could really play at home games on your home console that looked as good as arcade games did. You know, that was a big deal in the 90s. Some of you may remember that. You go to the arcade and you see things, you're like, whoa! You know. Then you had the arcade conversions to the Nintendo and the Atari and stuff like that. They never held up. You know, PC Engine or TurboGrafx 16, like I said, is probably one of the first systems where you really got to see that. Especially, I wouldn't say a mainstream system, but a system that's popular enough to get... Oh, we're turning into the other... Turning into Mothra! But a system that was popular enough to get a lot of games and stuff like that. The FM Town Martys, you know, that a lot of people are learning about that now, and it had some spectacular arcade quality title games, but who had that, or who has that now? As you can see, you're on a time meter with the Mothra ship. Every ship turns into a different creature. Boom! Down goes the Venus flytrap with arms. You shoot it down, Green Cabal! Mission complete. I love the English. Alright, for this stage, guys, I'm going to select Joe. He is probably the worst pilot in the game. And we're going to get our butt kicks on this next level. If you really want to beat the next level, Natasha is who to pick. She tears the second level up. But Joe, I haven't found a level he's even good at. And after the second level, guys, you go to a level selection, sort of like Gradius or something, or Thunder Force 4, Lightning Force here in America. You actually go to a selection of what stage you're going to go to next and take down. There's a lot of interesting concepts for a 92 game. I keep saying it's a 92 game because it's smoking for a 92 game. No, this was a Corvette in 1992. This looked better than some of the stuff we had in the arcade, shooter-wise. Blast our way through some of the asteroids here. Look at that parallax scrolling. But as you can see, this weapon, he shoots a big fire blast and it's slow. And you would think it's powerful, but it's not. It's not powerful whatsoever. What's powerful are the side bomb he throws out, but I haven't found a level where that's useful at. And I've played all the way through this game a few times. I have no idea where this guy would actually be of use. But he's there. But as I know that the final boss of this one's gonna kick our butt trying to use this pilot, I'll let you see how it goes down. grabbed us a power up there. It was enough to shoot the meter up. Natasha, she just blows through this thing. She hits asteroids one time, they're gone. She smokes the second boss. Alright, so we come in closer. I guess we're on top of a bigger asteroid. I don't know. We got a good mix of aerial targets and ground targets here. And we are taking a lot of damage early on. Like I said, this guy is really frustrating. The ship's very slow. His weapon's very weak. He's sort of the handicap of the bunch. If you want a challenge, play with this guy. I'm not even sure I can make it through the first level with this guy. He does have a cool bomb, though. A lightning blast. His final form looks awesome. But man, is it weak. It actually looks like the boss from Truxton, which is pretty cool. Alright, we're going into the final form already. And like I said, this final form looks awesome. And when you're in your monster form, I guess you would say, there's little icons with triangles in them. You pick those up, they'll give you a little extra time to be in your monster form. I'm not sure this is even a monster form. This is the this guy was the boss in Truxton. I'm not sure how I want to take that. Truxton time! Maybe he's supposed to be a crab with gun legs. Truxton boss. Alright, here comes our final boss here. Looks like our meter's gonna tick down before we even get there. And this guy's gonna... I mean, we're barely even scraping the boss in our Truxton form. So here we come in our other form. We're so slow. We're not going to be able to dodge the asteroids, the rock shards coming out of the boss's mouth, but I figured I'd give you an awesome death scene. Look, his final form doesn't even hurt the boss. There we go, getting some licks in now. Not back to the weak flame-throwing ship. Danger, danger. It's barely hitting him. And down we go, as it pukes all over us. We've been defeated by puke. It's all-time low for all systems go. We allowed a boss to whoop us with puke. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna grab Natasha and I'm gonna rock through this game. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys again next week. Let me know what you think of Psychic Storm in the comments below.